Hey, what is going on? My name is Norbert and welcome to the Complete JavaScript Array Methods series. In this video, we're going to learn about two methods, which is Unshift and Shift. As always, the code is down in the description below, so if you wish to just follow along, then just grab onto the code, copy it, and just follow along with what I'm doing. If you wish to code along, then please feel free to do so. Now, before we get into the video, if you're new to the channel, then please consider subscribing to the channel because I post new content like this on a regular basis. Also, if you like my video, hit that thumbs up button and help out that YouTube algorithm and help the channel grow. And as always, if you have any kind of questions or suggestions, please consider leaving them down in the comment section below. So with this being said, let's get into the video. Now, opposite to push and pop, the Unshift method adds an item to the beginning of the array and returns the new length, and the shift method removes an item from the start of the array. So let's first of all take a look at a simple example using Unshift. Let's create here const of fruits. Let's populate the array with banana, orange, apple, and of course our favorite mango. Okay, now let's say we want to add something to the start of the array and we wish to add, in our case, a kiwi. So we're going to grab onto the fruits array and we're going to use the Unshift method. And within our method, we're going to type in the string which we wish to add to this specific array. So in our case, kiwi. Now if we console log our fruits, we'll see that kiwi was added to the beginning of the array. Again, this will also change the length of the array. So fruits.length, we'll see we have 5 elements now within our array. Now we can assign this also to a function which will execute a Unshift method. For example, const sort fruits. And we can assign this to an arrow function. We'll take in a new item. So each item will pass in item. Each item will pass in this function is going to grab onto the fruits array and then unshift whatever item is going to be passed in here. Okay, now let's try this out by console logging sort fruits, and we're going to pass in here a prune. Now if we console log our fruits again, we'll see that that prune was added to our array. Okay, so now let's take a look in a more complex example. Let's create a const of users. Within our users, we're going to have multiple users as objects with name, age, and income. Now, just going to copy them in so we don't waste any time. So we have our first user with the name of Arabella, age 20, income 400, and second, third, fourth, and so far and so on. You can add multiple users if you wish. Now, let's create a function which will add a new user to the existing array, and we wish to add it to the start of the array. So let's create a function. Let's call it add new user. And this is pretty similar if you watched my Unshift, if you watch my push and pop methods, this is pretty similar to what we did back there, but this time we're going to add to the start of the array. So we're going to add a new user to the array of users. We're going to use Unshift in order to add it to the start of the array, and within here we're going to add that new user that we're going to pass in to this function. Okay, now let's initiate a new user variable because we wish to change it later on. And now we can create a new user by creating a new object with the name, let's say Tony. Tony is going to have an age of 40 and a income of 700. And now we wish to add Tony to our users array. So all we need to do is call upon the add new user function and pass in here the user that we wish to add. In our case, this new user right here. Now if we console log our users array, we'll see that Tony was added to the start of the array. Okay, and we can do the same thing. For example, if we wish to create a other user with the name of Anna. Anna is going to be 23 years old and is going to have an income of 300. Let's hit save, and if we take a look now in our console, Anna was added to the start of the array. So Anna is going to be the first one again. Now, exactly as we did in our previous video, we can now use shift instead of pop to remove the user from the start of the array. So I'm going to create here another function. Let's call this, use the function keyword, remove first user. So whoever is the first user is going to be removed from our array. Remove, too many R's in there. And all this function will do is going to take the user's array and use the shift method, and that's all. That's all we need to do. And of course, we just need to execute the function, and each time we execute this function, let's say console log, or we could actually use it without console log, just remove first user, console log our users. Now Anna should be gone as a user. So we have no more Anna, Tony is now the first one. If I execute this function again, so just going to copy it, paste it in, and see Tony is also removed. Now each time I execute this function, in our case, we just removed all of the users from our array. Okay, so hope you understand Unshift and Shift, and hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.